Good evening everyone. I thought I'd just send you this video as I am at the train station heading back to my town of residency, and I have just been informed that there is a court hearing happening tomorrow morning, which has literally just been scheduled today, and I haven't had time to prepare my evidence for it, and I also don't have any legal representation and have not filed an application to self-represent. So therefore I need time to find legal representation, because a court hearing can't go ahead if the subject of the court proceedings does not have legal representation, because that is breaking the law. This is about my child, who is my whole world. He's the reason I get up in the morning every day, and he's the reason why I am working on my modelling career to enable myself to provide for him, as well as the cleaning I do, and why I've done up my whole flat. Everything I do is for my child, and the disrespect I feel when hearings are scheduled with me not having any notice, or even having a lawyer or barrister to represent me, just for making one single lawful complaint to the contact centre, which was over 2.5 hours away, and a £30 return trip. I just think this is really, really bad, and it's a really bad reflection on the family legal system in the UK. And if this was just me suffering, then I'd probably just put it to the side and say, oh well, you know, chin up, I'll get through it. But this is not just about me. This is about an ex-partner's child, who deserves the very best and doesn't deserve to be alienated from his mother, not because she's done anything wrong. In fact, she's done something right by going through formal complaints procedures, rather than just gathering resentment towards these professionals who've really ganged up on me and made my life an absolute misery for 2 years. So I wanted to put this on record to say that I have sent an email today and over the weekend requesting that this hearing is adjourned until I have legal representation. If it goes ahead, then whatever outcome there is legally void, because there's no reason why there even is a court hearing, because I very much said I want the contact with my child to be in the city I live in, of Leeds, and in my home where I am safe, where there's CCTV and where I'm in a familiar environment. You know, I've been a nanny for children in Paris. I've had good references from the 6-year-old's father and mother. I did that for over a year. I worked for a childcare recruitment company in Paris for a year. I've worked in a military primary school for 6 months, looking after children in the military. I've done volunteering in a creche for children who are asylum seekers. I've worked for different primary schools all over London with, you know, many different types of children with extra needs and without. My DBS is clear, and I just don't understand how this is just continuing on and what the grounds are for this. I mean, what have I done that's such a cause of concern? You know, if you don't like my personality, or you feel that I'm too much of a hippie, or I'm too, you know, free-thinking, liberal, you know, manic pixie dream girl, whatever you want to call it, then you don't have to speak to me or engage with me. But the way that this is being used as ammunition for my child being alienated from his own biological and birth mother is, in my view, completely and utterly shameful. And I know that this is not just me, this is happening to many people, but my case is a fraudulent case, and no risk assessments were done when I was detained when I was 39 weeks pregnant. My child was harmed during labour. It was a complicated labour, but it was not a complicated pregnancy. The complications arose after the statutory intervention, and to be honest with you, the pain I've suffered in the last 2 years being away from my child breaks my heart every single second of the day. And it has to stop, because it's not reaping any benefits. All it's doing is causing immense psychological harm, and harm to my attachment and the attachment of our child. And I just hope that somebody's going to intervene, because I need time to get my evidence, I need time to find legal representation, and I need time to address the many inaccuracies and falsified records that have been put forward to the courts, and the many instances of professional misconduct that I have sadly had to experience and survive in the last 2 years. So anyway, I just wanted to say this, and I'll make a longer video when I get back. Have have a nice evening everyone, and take care.